I'm Brandy Chastain, and you are watching Bay Area Sports Wrap.
Marissa.
Yeah, for both of you guys, what did you see on that goal from Utah?
I think it was just unfortunate. I mean, they had a good run of attack, so it was kind of bound to happen with the ref making those calls, but we should have put one down first.
Yeah, I think that was the second free kick we gave up right in a row. I think we just have to be a little bit more careful in and around the box. Yeah, and they had long stretches of momentum, and I think we could have done a better job stringing more passes together and keeping possession higher up the field.
Sarah?
Hey guys, I asked Coach this, but just wanted to ask you guys as players. It's Pride Night here. Hopefully this is a reprieve from answering questions about the game. Would love to just hear from both of you kind of what it means for the league and this team to celebrate Pride Night here in June.
Yeah, it's cool. We had a girl before the game this is her first year in the league say like how excited she is. She's never been part of a Pride game before, and how our league is so good at kind of having causes throughout the season and kind of just showing visibility for different groups. And so, yeah, it almost feels normal being in the league for so long, which is kind of a cool thing. Like the league does a good job.
Thank you.
You guys have obviously allowed a lot fewer goals recently than in the start of the season. What do you think the difference has been defensively?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Just how have you guys been able to give up fewer goals recently versus
I think, obviously as an expansion team, it's kind of hard to get everything right in the beginning, but I think we've just been focusing on defensively being organized and trying to communicate as much as we can. So I think we definitely have gotten better.
Right.
So I talked to Coach earlier about how he's implementing a lot more press lately, where you're just kind of making them change game plans. They're not able to get the ball out. They're kicking 50-50 balls in the middle, which, to your credit, you're winning 70% of the time. What do you think about the way he's doing that? Do you think do you guys as the players feel like that this is the way forward, and that you're going to be able to handle it, especially endurance-wise?
Yeah, I do. I think this league just requires a little bit more endurance than some leagues. I think we have the personnel who can do it. I think high press is a necessary tool to have for every team. It doesn't mean we have to do it all game. But we also, since we spent so much time of the season sitting in kind of like that high mid block, we have that in our toolkit as well. So if we need a break from the high press, we can hop down to that.
Yeah.
Paula Maruritan today, and good evening, guys. Let's talk about your schedule. So you guys coming from a huge win with Chicago, 35,000 people. How could you balance the positives of that game and tonight's for the following game match? Thank you so much, and welcome back.
Thank you. I think we were on such a high from Chicago. I think we obviously expected to do a lot better today, but games like this happen. We just gotta move on and have a short memory.
How do you feel connecting, with your fans and having that chemistry?
Oh, I love playing at PayPal. The fans are always awesome. They always show up, so I love it. And so hopefully same energy next week.
First half, you guys were kind of in the flow. You were playing really well. Second half, it was really disjointed. Everything didn't have that flow. What do you think was the difference between that first half and the second?
I think we gave up unnecessary or unforced errors. We kind of coughed the ball up when we hadn't been in the first half. It was really windy, and I think that kind of played a part in at least in the beginning of the first half, where we were trying to play these balls and they were just kind of stopping, and Utah was intercepting them. But yeah, I think that was the biggest thing, us giving unnecessary turnovers.
Marco?
You could almost feel momentum turning late in the match with those calls going your way. You guys kind of sort of brace yourself when they get that corner kick and then before they score on it. What's the frustration level at that point when you do get that to go into it?
Are you talking about like a call that we don't agree with specifically? You mean, or sorry?
Not necessarily the calls you don't agree with. It was just that when you feel the momentum changing toward them, and then they get that goal, it almost felt like it was inevitable that it was going to happen. And you guys feel that sense when you feel the momentum shift kind of happening at that point, or no?
Yeah, they definitely. There was a clear momentum shift. Like they had momentum for almost the entire second half, I felt. And not that they were dangerous the whole second half, but we couldn't really get out of our own half, or if we did, they would transition right back. I don't think that you never really feel like there's going to be an inevitability of a goal. Every set piece, you just kind of refocus. But yeah, the couple in a row, it's hard to defend when they're coming down your throat like that.
Emily, you've reached the midpoint of your season now, 13 games out of 26.
Oh.
How would you kind of evaluate
Wow.
I guess how would you evaluate where the team is right now at the halfway point, and then what do you need to do going forward to get into the playoffs?
I actually think we're in a really good spot, all things considered. I think we struggled a little bit in the beginning of the year. I think we were giving up a ton of goals and not picking up any points. I think we're now playing the soccer that we want to play, at least like if you look at our first half here and then the game against Chicago, like we're trending, and all season really we've been trending in the right direction. Set pieces is something we've been giving up goals on the last few games. It's really encouraging that we're not giving up goals in the run of play, but set pieces is something we have to clean up. But yeah, I'm optimistic for the rest of the season. The table is so tight. It's always been so tight in the NWSL, and so anything can happen. I mean, you can win 2 games in a row and pop ahead 4 teams. So yeah, we just stay the course and hope to be higher on the table later in the season.
Another question? Michael, wrap it up.
How deflating was that goal that got called back? And then, of course, a couple minutes later, that's when you guys gave up the goal. So how deflating was that at that moment?
It's devastating. I mean, you feel like you're playing well, and when you get a goal and it gets taken back, it sucks. But honestly, we just should have put more away in the first half. So it was kind of on us.
Hi, Drew Menda here for Bay Area Sports Wrap. Please give us a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.